allow them to flourish.
Police are continuing this search for the suspects who defaced the church with hate symbols.
On the outside, their marriage looked great. Soaring careers, six-figure salaries, lavish vacations. But on the inside, it was falling apart and headed for divorce. Then something miraculous happened, a turning point that would change their marriage and their lives forever. So how did Joe and Nancy Wurm steer their way out of troubled waters? Tonight, in their own words, they tell their remarkable story of faith, hope, and love.
We were in love when we got married, and we moved to Chicago, and it was a pretty exciting time because it was early 80s. The economy was booming.
So we would go to restaurants during the week, and we liked to travel and just kind of live the good life. If you were our friends, you would look at our marriage and say, boy, Joe and Nancy have it all.
At the same time, I moved into a job that required me to travel quite extensively overseas. And I think that's when we got to a point where we were out of control in terms of our ability to manage our own time. We were just sucked up into our careers.
It got lonely, and I started to notice that all my friends were single friends. And because I was working so many hours, I started to develop deeper relationships with the people I worked with. Things started to go a little bit farther and progress in one particular relationship with another man. And it ended up where I don't think either one of us really planned it, but we just started spending more time together and enjoying our time together, and our relationship became intimate, and my husband never knew.
That gave me the justification that I needed to go pursue another relationship, and I explained to Nancy that I wanted a divorce, that I didn't feel that I was in love with her anymore.
And one night, Joe left, slamming the door behind him, and I just knew I didn't want to be there when Joe got back, so I packed a bag quickly and left for a local hotel. And what I did is I opened the desk drawer in the room, and I took out the Gideon's Bible that was there. I had never read one, and I never really knew how to read one. And then my hand stopped on Psalm 23, and as I read that psalm, I read it over and over, and I just started to have a sense of peace inside. And so in that hotel room that night, I got down on my knees, and I prayed to a God I barely knew. And I told him, Lord, I know I've really messed up this marriage. I've done a lot of things wrong. And I don't know if even you can put it back together. I kind of felt that the situation was out of control. But please, I asked God, try to put it back together.
To see this dramatic change in her just stopped me dead in my tracks. I mean, it really caused me to just say, wait a minute, what's going on here?
God really showed us how much he forgave us as we read the Bible, and so we were able to forgive each other, really forgive each other. And over time, those memories of bad times in the past just disappeared.
I'm going to throw in a stick. Watch what happens.
We have 2 children. Every single day, I am reminded when I look at Sarah and Emily that if God hadn't done what he did to bring us back together, that they wouldn't exist. They would not be here. And that just is so incredible.
Dear Lord, thank you for this good day today.
I think we have an awesome marriage today. I didn't think after the early years that you could go deeper in love, but now I feel like we do go deeper in love all the time.
Since having kids, Nancy has given up her career to become a stay-at-home mom. Joe has taken a job that requires a lot less travel. They also meet with other couples whose marriages are in trouble, offering themselves as living proof that a dying marriage can be brought back to life.
That's inspiring, especially in this day and age.
Yeah, hopefully their story might encourage some other folks who have a tough marriage that it can come back.
Hopefully. Well, on the Saturday morning cartoons, he can eat through anything in a matter of seconds.
Ahead on the Night Beat, you'll see why art